Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be choosing my August monthly TBR. So let's move up to that shelf. Guys, here we are up at the shelf, and I do have some new addition, or a new addition, but let's draw our first prompt. This bed is on so much use that it's tearing. Okay, let's see. Shortest book. Let me look. So the shortest book looks like this book on the far side of the mountain. This book is 170 pages. That's pretty short. And looking at all of these, just looking at these, I can tell that none of these are as short as that. So we can add this to that stack, which is going to be right here. Just gotta put these up first. So right there. Alright, next prompt. So for the second prompt, that is going to be, I crumpled up, the longest book, which is obviously Little Woman. This was on my, I do believe it was. I believe that this was on my July monthly TBR, and even though it is still July, I do not think I'll get to this. Okay, added. Let's draw the third prompt. This is a popular book I haven't read yet. I think I'm gonna add Thunderhead, because this is the second book in the Scythe series, and I think the Scythe series is pretty popular, so I think that this is going to be added. Now for the fourth prompt. This one is a book I would never pick up. Let's see. Wish Upon a Stray or The Swimmer's Apprentice. Honestly, probably any of the classics. And so I'm going to say are Courage for Beginners. Probably those six and choose from these. I don't think I want to do a classic. On this one, same for winter, Christmas time. And let's see. I think I'm going to do Courage for Beginners, just because I know that one's about, now it sounds the most interesting in my opinion, but it's still something that I'd probably wait until I have no books left to read. Let's draw the fifth prompt. And actually, I'm going to be doing 6 books instead of 8, because in July I did very poorly, but you'll see what I mean in the wrap up. Oh, I didn't see this one. Free choice, I think I'm gonna do extras, because this will just give me a reason to read it, because I've been putting it off for so long, but I really want to finish the special series, the Uglies series. So I think I'm gonna put that there just so I have motivation to read it. Now for the last prompt, we have start a new series. I don't know if any of these can start a series. Let's see, is this part of a series? Let me look. So I don't think this is part of the start of a series. I don't think any of these are the start of a series. So I think we're just going to redraw for that one. So now let's do our 6th prompt. Hopefully that one we can actually do. Let's see. Don't know anything about. I think the desk here, I don't know anything about. I think this is what I'm gonna go with. This is the 3rd book in the Maze Runner series, so we can add that. So we have our 6 books. Now let's go over them. So let's start, we're gonna go backwards order. So from the last book I chose to the first book. So let's start. The Death Cure by James Dashner. I chose this for the what I don't know anything about. But this is the 3rd book in the Maze Runner series. So the Maze Runner, I'm gonna start with the first. I'm gonna say what the first book is about, so I don't spoil what happens. But the Maze Runner right here. So this book follows a boy named Thomas, and he wakes up in a lift, and he can only remember his name. So he's surrounded by strangers, boys whose memories are also gone. So there's these big stone walls around the glade, and outside of them is a maze, and it's the only way out. And then a girl arrives, and she's the first girl ever, and she delivers a terrifying message. So it's interesting, and I did finish the Storage Trials second book sometime recently. I think it might have been this in July, or maybe at the end of June. I can't exactly remember. But, so this is just a continuation going from there, but this does sound interesting. Sounds interesting. And then Extras by Scott Westerfeld. This is the last book in the Uglies series, which is over here. But this is a few years after the series took place. But it sounds interesting. It follows a girl named Aya. And I'm excited to read this. But this does spoil what happens in the specials. So I'm not going to say exactly what happens, but it follows a girl named Aya Fuse, and she's 15 years old. And it shows up for free choice. I don't know if I said that. And then Courage for Beginners by Karen Harrington. This book I chose for a book I would never pick up. But this follows Misty Murphy, and she really likes to read. But she has a family secret, and it's that her mother never leaves the house, and she can't change that. So it just follows her through 7th grade. Sounds interesting. I got this for free. I'll see if I get to this month. And then Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. This book is the second book in the Scythe series. And I chose this for a popular book I haven't read yet, because I feel like the Scythe book is popular-ish. But again, because this is the next book in the series, I can't really say what it follows. But Thunderhead is a perfect ruler of a perfect world, but has no control over the Scythedom. So that's what's called Thunderhead. But so I'm actually excited to read this. This was gonna be my next read. And then Little Woman for longest book. This is 777 pages long. And that's funny because right before that we got shortest book, and then we got longest book. But I know this follows 4 sisters and their life. That's all I really know, because it's a pretty special edition, but it kind of looks like that. And then shortest book, and that is, and then this is by Louisa May Alcott, I think Alcott. But this is On the Far Side of the Mountain, which is a sequel to My Side of the Mountain by Jean Craighead George. And the first book follows a brother, and he escapes to live in the wilderness. And this one, his sister comes to join him. But this follows this 2 years after. But, so thank you guys for watching, and make sure to hit the subscribe button to get the notification for next week's video. Goodbye!